By April of 1960, things were finally beginning to perk up for the band. At this point, still the Silver Beatles, the boys snagged a solid 2 weeks' work backing Johnny Gentle on a ballroom tour of Scotland. Encouraged by what for them was at least a taste of real work, they came home feeling like genuine musicians, even if their pockets were still basically just as empty as ever. "Someone actually asked me for my autograph," Paul wrote home to his dad from Inverness. "I signed for them, too. 3 times. From that day on, Jim McCartney later remarked, things were never quite really the same. Contrary to popular belief, the Beatles' initial trek to Germany came about more as a result of a lack of alternatives than any great success in England. Thinking they had been booked at Hamburg's popular Kaiserkeller through small-time Liverpool promoter Alan Williams, they later discovered they were actually slated to appear as the new house band at the Indra, a seedy, low-life strip club at 34 Gross Freiheit. Just prior to setting off, Paul McCartney rang up local drummer Pete Best on the spur of the moment and invited him to join the group as a quick fix to the Beatles' ongoing percussion problems. There was, however, still one major stumbling block to be overcome before the 5 eager young men could pile into Williams' battered old green minivan and make for Germany. Jim McCartney. Aware that his no-nonsense dad would never allow such an apparently foolhardy venture without a great deal of convincing, Paul cleverly recruited the assistance of his brother. Despite Mike's best efforts, his father remained stubbornly unmoved, and so Alan Williams went on to paint a picture of the lovely Germanic scenery, good steady wages, and a chance for his son to experience new, meaningful horizons. In other words, he laid it on thick. The reality, however, was rather grim. When the boys first arrived, they were put up not in the comfortable, homey guest houses that had been promised back home, but rather 3 dank, seamy rooms with bunk beds behind the movie screen at the Bambi Cinema at 33 Paul Rosenstrasse.